knows, 'cause part of me knows what you're thinking. Don't say words you're gonna regret. Don't let the fire rush to your head. I've heard the accusation before, and I ain't gonna take any more. Believe me, the sun in your eyes made some of the lies worth believing. I am the eye in the sky, looking at you. I can read your mind. I am the maker of rules, dealing with fools. I can cheat you blind, and I don't need to see anymore to know that I can read your mind. 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 Don't leave false illusion behind. Don't cry, I ain't changing my mind. So find another fool like before, 'cause I ain't gonna live anymore believing some of the lies, while all of the signs are deceiving. I am the eye in the sky, looking at you. I can read your mind. I am the maker of rules, dealing with fools. I can cheat you blind, and I don't need to see anymore to know that I can read your mind. 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 I am the eye in the sky, looking at you. I can read your mind. I am the maker of rules, dealing with fools. I can cheat you blind, and I don't need to see anymore to know that I can read your mind. I can read your mind. I can read your mind. I can read your mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the podcast, the live stream edition, the morning show. Thank you. Podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity. Leave emotion at the door, talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor, very sober this morning, who has won and lost fortunes. And joining me today is nobody. The morning stream is all mine, but we still give out still give a shout out to the one, the only, the mighty Bell, and thank you for that too. Here at the Podcast, we have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus on to use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo, it's no longer acceptable. It's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to Crypto and welcome to the Podcast.
And I won't lie to you. This mission will be dangerous. Would you say we'd be venturing into a zone of danger?
I love the Archer quotes. I need my fill light on here, guys. Give me 1 second. There we go. It didn't occur to me how hard that the just doing it with the key lights really blasts me out. It sucks because now I can't see, but I'd still rather be well lit than unlit. So there we go. Thank you. Wasn't gonna go live today. It's Christmas Eve, man, and I would not have expected really anything to happen. But of course, Bitcoin decided to do the Bitcoin thing, and of course, this makes total sense. It would make total sense for Bitcoin to pop up 3.64% this morning. Because it's Christmas. There it is, man. Everybody who was down there praying for their Christmas miracle, I think you might have gotten it a little bit. Yeah, it's 3%, man. I'm not pissing my pants here, but I said it last night. I said if it's still flat, declining, I'll pop on. If we get a spike, I'll pop on. If it's just trading sideways, I wasn't going to. But apparently, it's not trading sideways now. I do dig this, man. We got to accept something. One of the things that we have to accept is that crypto is in fact global, and not everybody celebrates Christmas. So for them, it's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. So yeah, they don't care. They're indifferent to what's going on over here, and even though America and most of the Western Hemisphere shut down for a couple days here, the rest of the world doesn't, man. And like I said, as long as we're global and trading Bitcoin everywhere, you get what you get. So good morning. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I really have. I wasn't planning on going live, man. I got nothing in particular to talk about. They did fix something over on Rumble. That's kind of cool. Up until now, if you wanted to go live on Rumble, you had to go live like alone. All right, that was it. You had no choice. You were pushing up onto Rumble, and nobody, you couldn't update anything. You were stuck with it. So either you only went live on Rumble, or you used a canned RMTP like I was doing, and it won't update thumbnails or titles or anything. So it's effectively. I have 50 or 60 copies of what looks to be the exact same video on there. So, yeah, I wouldn't expect a whole hell of a lot of views over there, but they integrated it. Restream.io integrated it and then off and running. They also integrated TikTok. Now, TikTok is, I think that's a ghost town of crypto, man. There's nothing over there. There's no reason. But if it doesn't cost anything and I could just, can it on everything else that I have going, then sure, let's go ahead and go live on TikTok as well. I actually have to build a channel over there. That's what's funny about it, man. Dude, this is not the face for TikTok. Unless I'm up here getting, my lighting falls down and lands on my head, then it's not really kicking. You don't go there for information. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't go there for information. You go there to watch people get kicked in the nuts and girls twerk. That's TikTok. I looked that up. I know what twerking is, by the way. So before you bust my balls on this, yes, I do know what twerking is. But that's what you get over there on TikTok. But again, if it costs nothing, sure, let's go ahead and push it up. I do wish that there was a way to wrap all the chats together, but there's no way people are going to give up. Any of these individual platforms are going to give up their stroke just to wrap chats together. I can see two of them. I can see here on Restream, I can see two chats. I can see YouTube and I can see Twitch. And we've been broadcasting over on Twitch for years and years, man. It's not a place for crypto. It's absolutely not. It's for people playing video games and OnlyFans models who are taking the day off. So they go up there, they'll climb into a hot tub wearing a bikini and be as overtly sexual as they possibly can, and people just make it rain on top of them. It really makes me wonder why we continue with crypto, because apparently all you got to do, man, is take off your clothes a little bit. I have been on OnlyFans for 2.5 years, and I have not made $1. Bill, I haven't made $1 over there yet. It feels incredibly sexist. It just feels incredibly sexist to me. Everybody said, "Oh yeah, we love dad bod." Clearly, guys, I'm not. Yeah, all right. It's. I didn't know what I was going to talk about today, so give me a little bit of a break. But yeah, Bitcoin doing the completely reasonable, rational thing. This is what should be happening the day before Christmas. I don't even know if the markets are open today. I don't even know if if Wall Street is open today. I have no idea. I got to look it up. I'll look it up, but I have no idea if the markets are even open today. I think they might be. It's like one of those half-day things, but it's certainly not open tomorrow. So that's actually kind of a positive, because if we get a little bit of a Bitcoin pump, we know that we will at least hold it for a day or so. Now, I did make a couple of things today. I put in a long position. I didn't do it before that pump. I did it right there around 95 because, at hell with it. Let's find out if it's going to continue to run. And honestly, look, man, even if I only make a couple $100 on it, it's a couple $100, all right? That's like $200 worth of Jackal that I can buy, while Jackal is still sitting down here at just rock bottom, what I still consider rock bottom prices. So sure, man, let's throw one in. We'll see where it goes. Is it going to correct? Probably. There's nothing positive that's really happening in the world that would even encourage this thing to go up where we are right now, about 4%. So yeah, will it correct? Probably. Will I ride it as high as I can? Probably. My long and short strategy is very, very simple, man. Look, I get in big, and I get in brief. I'm in there with large purchases for a very short amount of time, because that VIG will absolutely eat your lunch over time. You're borrowing their money, and weirdly, they want to get paid for it. They want to collect interest on the money that you borrowed from them. And the longer you sit in these positions, unless you get like this total runaway, like from here, a short from here all the way down to here, hell with the VIG. All right. It really is not going to matter, because you're just absolutely trouncing this. So you don't really care about the interest paid. But when you get into this really, really, really volatile up, down, that VIG starts to add up. So I don't stay in these positions long. I don't trust the market, not even close. I get in, I get what I can, and I get out. And then I will apply that money wherever I happen to need to apply that money. I don't get them all right. Nobody gets them all right. Regardless of what they post on Twitter, nobody gets every leverage long, leverage short right. Your goal is right around 60%. If you can hit 6 out of 10, you're going to be profitable. Depending, as long as you got some discipline, you're going to be profitable on it. But if nobody gets them all right, I certainly don't. I'm about 65%. Over this year, I was about 65%. But that's a decent amount of cash, guys. That's it. When the market is not cooperating, you gotta put the screws to it, man. You have got to get out there and find different ways to earn. Yeah, so that's one of the things. That's one of the things I do now. Jackal again is kind of my golden child over there, because I have a pretty good idea what that thing is going to do. They're fixing something. I found something bricked over there. I mentioned it. I haven't heard back from the team yet, but it was. Any upload that I send that's less than 100 megabytes, I get a confirmation message that it actually went up. But anything that was over that into the larger ones, and I tend to send up videos, guys, so these are anywhere from 300 to 500 to 600 megabytes. I don't get a confirmation message that it was successfully uploaded. So I'm kind of hoping that they fix that, because I'll leave my browser open for like an hour just watching it churn, and I'm like, what is going on here? And I'll refresh a page, go back in, and I'll say, I'll be damned, there's a video. But I need that functional because I like to make the how-to videos and I like to show things in production, and I think that's a real good way. But I can't because I can't get the confirmation message, so I can't sit there and hit upload and hit the stopwatch. I can't do that. So I'm kind of hoping they fix that one. Like anybody can take 50 megs, man. It's not a big deal. I need the only videos that I'll put up there that I'll send up there on video and actually post are bigger than 150 megabytes. They have to be because Iagon will only take videos 150 megabytes or below. So I have to say, well, look, Jackal will take anything. Jackal will absolutely take anything up there. I've sent up multi-gig videos up to there, but I need that confirmation message. So I hope that they get that one fixed. I don't know if they're watching. If you're watching the show, there's my feedback. I reached out and I sent that stuff on. So yeah, what do you do in this? That seems to be the question. What do you do in this? It's a Bitcoin pump, man. I don't trust it. Anything that goes up that fast will absolutely have the potential to come down that fast. So when it does stuff like this, that's when I am leveraging. That's when my money goes on that board real quick. Now, I tend to use Levana and I tend to use Hyperliquid, but that's when my money really, or Hyperliquid, Hyperdex, LiquidDex. I forget the name. I'll show you. But that's when my money tends to go on the board. Now, I prefer Levana because I know that I'm only trading a single asset, not an aggregate. I don't want to compete really, really heavily against other leverage traders. I would like to stay isolated in my single trade, and the other one that I use is an aggregate. Or it's an aggregator of everything that's going on. So the price fluctuations on that are extreme. I mean, extreme. If they will offer me 50x leverage, I will take 50x. It's like craps. All right, it's like it's exactly like craps. For those of you who actually shoot craps, the first thing you should ask when you step up on the table, if they don't have that sign up there, is what are the odds? What odds can I go up here? And if they tell you can do 20, and you're looking for that 6, you better be on 20. All right, because there's lots of ways to get 6. It's kind of the same thing over there with leverage trading. If they will offer me this massive leverage multiplier, I'll take every bit of it because the money that I'm putting in there on that board, I fully intend to lose. That's it, and that's the mindset you have to get on with leverage trade. I fully intend to lose this. This is gambling money. So if I fully intend to lose this, then I know I'm in there very, very briefly, then you bet your ass I'll take 25x, I'll take 50x, I'll take whatever you can give me. And that's it. I'm just looking for a small percentage, 2%, 3%, 4%. And you can get that quick. Now, it takes a little longer on some of these other platforms, but the aggregators, man, that goes like instant. You blink and you're like, holy shit, where's all my money? I mean, these candles are fast. I mean, wicked fast. And it's the one place where when I do any kind of leverage business, I don't do it behind a ledger because the time it takes me to click through and confirm the transactions, by then I'm smoked. All right, it's gone. It's like, approve. It's too late. It's gone. So those are the only places that I actually do any of this stuff with hot wallets. I just need to mention that one. And I hope you guys enjoyed this song today, man. That's I believe that song, Alan Parsons Project, I believe that came out in about 1982. I was 11 at that time in 1982, but I never get tired of the 80s. I just that's it for me, man. That was like the ultimate decade for music, for life, for girls, for fun. The 80s. I grew up in the 80s. It was a marvelous time. I'm like Peter Griffin on this, man. I just will not give up the 80s. I really wish, the way female fashion comes and goes, I really wish that they would revert to the 80s. I really wish it would roll back there with the acid wash jeans. You guys remember those? The acid wash jeans and the puffy sweaters and the women wearing their hair like this freaking tall, just way, way straight up with all the bangs and stuff like that. So, yeah, I absolutely wish that the 80s would come back. It was easy for boys. Boys were aside from the whole parachute pants thing. I'm sure if you guys remember parachute pants. I, to my shame and horror, did own a pair of parachute pants. Everybody owned a pair of parachute pants. These were terrible. But for the most part, it was easy for boys. Pair of boots, pair of boots, pair of jeans, whatever concert T-shirt from whatever concert you just saw, and you were good to go. That was it. That was all of us for the 80s. My hair was down to my ass, and I think that's why it thinned, and I just gave up and have been shaving my head for 20 years. I used it all up. I used it all up back there in the 80s, and yeah, man, my hair was all the way down to my ass with this big wicked braided ponytail. It's because I played football, and you had to fit, it's legal. It's part of the uniform, but nobody wants to see that. So I used to have to like wrap it up to get my helmet on. I was a kicker, all right? I was not anything special. I just kicked the ball. I barely had pads on. It was one bar across the chin. That's it. That's all we had, man, because, you're a kicker. But such a good time. So anytime I hear any 80s music, man, it just takes me back to a more nostalgic time, before bills, before responsibilities, before having to, maintain a lifestyle. Back then, it was just, where are we going to get some beer? Where are we going to get some pot? And that was pretty much it. I enjoyed that part of my life. So, all right, we'll get into some things today here, guys. I'm not rushing into it. Obviously, I'm taking it easy, man. Come on. I wouldn't even plan on going live. We're sporting the Reardon Steel Manufacturing Company. Anybody who's read Atlas Shrugged, I'm pretty sure you know why I'm wearing this T-shirt and where it actually came from. So let's see. I got all kinds of stuff up here. I got a little Cat Stevens sitting up here, even though he renamed himself to Yusuf. He renamed himself to Yusuf. I think he found Islam in a big way. But it's still Cat Stevens, so I'm sure you guys recognize that. I got some Cat Stevens, got some Lou Reed, got the Kinks, got Donovan. I'll tell you what, let's change. Let's do one that I never thought I'd do on this show, but let's go ahead and kick it up. Roger Hodgson. Supertramp, man. I absolutely love Supertramp. I've been around listening to them for years and years. This man is incredibly talented, and it's one of those he's one of those artists that sounds just as good live as he does on recording. So let's go ahead and experience this together, guys. Little Supertramp live, coming your way here on the podcast. Please stand by.
It's interesting. This song seems to be real popular around the world, but I think no one quite gets it like the British. This is Breakfast in America. Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. We're not much of a girlfriend. I never seem to get along. We'll take a jumbo across the water, like to see America. We'll see the girls in California. I'm hoping it's going to come true, but there's not a lot I can do. Yeah, although we have kippers for breakfast, mommy dear,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kids, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. Yep. Drama this morning, apparently. I don't know, man. I'm trying to remove myself from this. I don't care. Look, guys, I just want to talk, man. I just want to talk about crypto, life, all that other good stuff. I don't really want to get get into it with anybody or their particular perceptions, man. I like to think I'm a little bit past it. So let's bounce around a little bit. I may have screwed up, but we'll find out. I liquidated some of my Ethereum over here, and I kind of dumped it into, I sold off some of my Ethereum, and I pushed into USDC. I'm just trying to catch a piece of this right here in a straight V3 pool. Now, it's not a terrible thing. What I did and how I did it and all that is not exactly a terrible thing. The reason that I did it is because I don't trust this. I'm not... Pardon me. I'm not exactly sold on this. I think my belief based on absolutely nothing, because what the hell? Oh, and yes, you're right. You broke the trend line. We broke the trend line, guys. So everything's glorious now. I put a lot of scientific research into this, and it broke the trend line. So there you go, man. It's all wine and roses now. But I had cleared out the Ethereum because it'd been days and days and days and days that I was out of range, so I wasn't earning anything on it. So I pushed off about half of it, turned it into USDC to kind of jump back into that pool, because I would love it if it just kind of hovered in this range, so I could just sit there and collect. I did not take a look at Airdrome and see if I'm out of range. I probably am, because what Bitcoin does, everything else is going to do. I was mid-range on these, so I was not exactly 100%. So, or I wasn't in a narrow margin. I was in a moderate margin. So it should probably stay in there for a little bit. I'm still in the active range, but for how long, I have no idea. If Bitcoin keeps rolling up, Ethereum's going to go with it, and I'm going to go out of range on all of these. But the good news is that as I go out of range, it all becomes cash. And right now, until we get to Q1, or until we get over there to 2025 and actually see what's going on over here, then I don't know. I don't know. I don't trust it, and I would rather wait for market sentiment to pick up a little bit before I fully commit. So anything that's actually running up in any of my V3 pools that's becoming cash is wonderful for me, because I'm going mostly to cash. Not Jackal, not touching it. All I do is buy. I mean, that's it. Not big buys. I haven't been killing it lately, but that's it. All I do is gulp up Jackal. I don't sell it, but you got to earn the money somewhere to buy it. So I've been kind of doing well on this. I've been kind of doing well over here on Camelot. You know, I didn't check. I haven't even looked at it for a few days. Let's see how the mighty bonsai is doing. Is it still alive? It is still alive. $901. That's not bad. I only dropped about 10% as Bitcoin got absolutely shellacked over here, and I still don't know what it is. I still have no idea what bonsai is, but fortunately I was up about 40% that I'd realized profits into USDC on it. So I was up 400, and now I'm down 100. So I'm still up 30%. That means that I'm still well within my range to go ahead and hold on to it. And we'll just see what happens. If that keeps running, bonsai will be back, and, you know, wine and roses for everybody. But if it dumps off another 5-6%, then I'm going to go ahead and just sell it off, turn it into cash, and we'll get it moved. I've been inching stuff over here to Aerodrome. I don't love it. I don't love the process. I don't love the stuff that I have to do to get it here. But it's this is kind of where I want to have my money, and I want to be positioned before Jackal gets here. So I've been inching it over, just, you know, $1,000 at a time, not massive amounts. But I've been inching it over here and just kind of looking for things to horse around with a little bit. If I could earn a little bit until Jackal gets over here, then I'm more than happy to earn a little bit until Jackal gets over here. The tokens that they have over here are shocking. I haven't started taking them apart because there's just too many of them. I don't know which are real projects, which matter, which are memes. I have no idea. So I haven't touched any of them. If I had to make a guess, I would say that Sexy is probably a meme, but I don't know for sure. So I haven't taken them apart yet, but I will. And if I see anything over here that looks, tremendously interesting, I'll certainly make videos about it or talk about it during the stream. But I do like I do like the unstaked version of it, man. I want to collect Ethereum. I want to collect USDC. So I'm not going to stake it. I'm giving them back 10%, but 10% with these kind of emissions at this one, which is going to fluctuate, guys, by the way, based on volume at the time. And right now there's a lot of volume going on. There's a lot of volume going on because this is going on. And anytime this is going around, if I was to pull it, if I was, I don't want to lose a chart because I don't want to lose my trend line and have to redo it because it's like 2 clicks, guys. All right. I'm a busy man. I am a busy man. But it's I'm going to go ahead and I'm getting derailed here, man. I'm getting blown up here, or I got blown up with some messages, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to answer this. You know what? I know how I'm going to answer it, and I'll address it during the next song. But yeah, as long as this is going up and down, then Ethereum is going to be getting that tight action. If you're existing over here in V3 pools, what you need is action. I mean, that's it. You only collect these big ass APRs as people are actively buying and selling the products that you're offering or the products that you're providing liquidity for. Now, in this case, it's just Ethereum USDC. That's it. That's the pool. And it bugs me a little bit. It does bug me a little bit that even Camelot, it is such a better DEX than Airdrome. It is just so much, better. It's user-friendly. It is just so much easier to see what's going on over here with Camelot than it is on Airdrome. So I'm still a little bit bummed about that. I hit the claim button. I'm not exactly sure if they work. I'm not exactly sure of anything. I don't know. Let's explore it together here. I would never collect something that's 87 cents. I wouldn't bother with it, but typically the fees over here are so cheap that, you know what, you can go ahead and click it. But I'm clicking the button right now. So let's see what happens. So we hit the claim button. I do get a pop-up. That's cool because I claimed another one this morning and it just rolled. It just sat there and continued to roll. So we'll pay 2 cents. I'm getting a network fee on that for 2 cents. It's going to be up right now, guys. There's a lot of action going on. If there's a lot of action, then it's going to take a bit. I want to see when I get the confirmation money and if that money disappears. That's what I'm looking for. So let's explore it together. We're testing in production. That's the way to do it, man. That's the way a superstar does it, is that we are testing in production. All right. So the transaction has been confirmed. You guys can see it right there. I'm sure I can get a pop-up showing using BaseScan exactly that the transaction was approved and the money that is in there. Let's see. This is still not updated, though. And the website is not rolling up or down with my little mouse. Oh, there he goes. Oh, let's see if it did. Okay, now it cleared out. It did clear out. And now it's, what the hell is going on here, man? Come on, guys. This should be the easiest portion of your job. It's a basic website. Yes. Okay. So that's still going on. It works. It works. I wouldn't exactly say it's super fun, super friendly, super anything, but it does function. But let me show you the same thing over here on Camelot. And again, that number is going to be updating and changing a lot because there's a lot of action on this thing right now. And you can see that the Ethereum is just getting liquidated into USDC. That's what I would have wanted to happen anyway. So we're kind of cool with that. We're going to claim the $6, and they give you a nice little button that says harvest, a nickel, which is about right. That's pretty cool. I've been in the pool for 20 minutes. I made $5. I'll take it. And there we go. So it's just so much more user friendly. And Arbitrum versus Base. And I have not looked at the rest of the dexes over on Base yet. Obviously, I have to. But Jackal is they've thrown out the name Aerodrome over and over and over. So I'm going to kind of have to assume that it's going to wind up over there on Aerodrome. I want to get as comfortable with it as I possibly can. Now, from my understanding, don't quote me, I don't know. But from my understanding, the pairing is going to be with Ethereum. And that works out because I got a bunch of Ethereum. So that it's nice. I got to do anything with it. Just roll it over. There we go. We got our pairing. We can provide liquidity. And gives me a real good reason to talk about Aerodrome over and over and over. That's really what it is. Like I said, we're more or less done with the cosmos now. We're going where the liquidity is, because the builders are going where the liquidity is. So I'm not going to be the last guy that's like in the room with the flag and the lights on and all the chairs are empty. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to be everyone's. Oh, we're all leaving. Okay, off we go. So I'm going to kind of be going. I'm going to kind of be going over there that direction. Like I said, we'll still talk of the Jackal, man. We'll still talk of all that stuff. Oh, and I'm in the tight range on this one, so it's going to liquidate up and down real quick, man, because I only got a 5% spread on either side of this, and if that keeps going, I will go out of range like really, really fast. So I'll take a little bit of money with me. All of my Ethereum and it is going to end up being USDC, and it is what it is. You want to, it's super tough, man. V3 pools are super tough. Concentrated liquidity pools are tough because you need a lot of action on the tokens to really get the meaningful APR on those. You need a lot of action on the tokens, but a lot of action with the way that people view crypto and the way that people do their thing over here means that you fly out of range like over and over and over, constantly flying out of range on those. So the tight or narrow margins are virtually impossible to maintain. I mean, they are tough. So yeah, if you're doing what I'm doing, or if you did it, the reason that I'm doing it is because I want to kind of clear that position because, again, I don't trust this, and I'd like to get paid to do it. So that's kind of where we are. And if I'm wrong, then all I have is a bunch of cash. I'm always okay having a bunch of cash, man. It is what it is. So, all right, let me see. We have nobody. There's nobody talking up here. Indigo Mafia working on Christmas Eve. When can we retire? That's why I'm here, dude. That's why I'm live, because I'm sure the occasional podcast family member is also doing this lot or is also working on Christmas Eve. So there's no reason that I can't work on Christmas Eve. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to just kick back, but if you guys are working, I can work. If I can make your day a little bit better, that's it, man. That's my job. That is my job. Is what I get paid for, and there we go. Meaning, get paid for. What I mean by that is, I get lucky. I got lucky in crypto, and I'm collecting enough APRs and percentages on everything that I own that it maintains my lifestyle without me having to dilute my crypto. So yes, I'm getting paid, but it's still work. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's roll into, let me see, who do we want? How about the Peace Train? That seems like a very, very Christmas song. Not you know what? It worked out really well in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and James Gunn just loves the old classics. So let's go ahead and throw up a little bit of that little Peace Train from Yusuf right here on the podcast, guys. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Please enjoy the song.
Now I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it could be someday it's going to come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Now I've been smiling lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, peace train sounding louder, ride on the peace train. Ooh, ooh. Come on, the peace train. It's peace train, holy roller. Everyone jump upon the peace train. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come on, the peace train. Get your bags together. Go bring your good friends too, 'cause it's getting nearer. It soon will be with you. Come and join the living. It's not so far from you, and it's getting nearer. Peace train sounding louder. Ride on the peace train. Come on, the peace train, peace train. Now I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? 'Cause out on the edge of darkness there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Oh, peace train sounding louder. Ride on the peace train. Come on, the peace train. This peace train, holy roller. Everyone jump up on the peace train. Ooh. Yes, come on, peace train. Hey, yes, it's the peace train. Come on, the peace train, oh, peace train.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still not nailing that transition, man. I'm trying to multitask too much. I need to set this up with a single button. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, kids, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's an update. I didn't want to share this one, but I'm honest with you guys, man. When I brick it, I brick it. This is this is funny, actually. This is, I think it's F node or whatever the hell that token is, EVO. We're some of these little microcap things, and this one actually got really, really funny. Let's see. Every time I go to sleep and I wake up, I got sucked into their Telegram group. I have no idea how that happened. It's an EV node blockchain. I got sucked into their Telegram, and every time I come off, I go to sleep, I wake up, there's like 1,200 messages in that, which is amazing, because I'm not sure if they quite understand that everything that they're doing and talking about, this is the educational part of the show, by the way, it's all available right here. Everything, it's all available right here. So your second coming of crypto with $52,000 worth of liquidity kind of suggests that you're not. 28 total transactions suggests that you are not. And volume of 6.4K suggests that you are just botting it up, man. That's all you're doing. Going out looking for anybody to kind of get into this thing, and then you just blew them up. I mean, that's it. You want it, that this is just the basically the life cycle of a meme token, and you can hype it up all you want, but it's kind of funny. Let me gotta put on the Mark Cuban glasses here. The Telegram, the messages in here are just hysterical. We will all win and be the whale. There are many opportunities. We are strong holders. Remember this, guys. True, success is before our eyes. Filling is getting stronger for a bright future here. Great friend, because it will not betray results. I believe in this process. As soon as possible, it will be finished. And it's just walls and walls of these. I know you guys can't see that, but it's just walls and walls and walls of these messages. And it's like the same 3 or 4 guys or names up there. And I'm pretty sure that they're just bots that are doing this. But Telegram is not reality. It's Not even close. No matter how much we would like it to be, Telegram is absolutely not reality. This is reality. All right, this is something that launched mid-December or a little bit early December, and you're just going through the life cycle of a meme token, and it really doesn't matter where it is. This one was actually over on Uniswap, but everything about it is a gigantic red flag. Like, stay the hell away from this. This is not for you. You need to do something else. But I rolled into it anyway because I thought it was funny. But what I mean by the red flag is, you guys see that big red thing right there? You see what that says? EVO charges a 5% fee when it's bought and a 5% fee when it's sold. Swapping it may result in a loss of funds. Uniswap Labs does not receive any of these fees. Uniswap even puts a disclaimer up there. They say, you know what? This is not good for you. You should really definitely stay out. I put $400 in. After the fees, I received about $360 worth of tokens, and we're currently sitting at a whopping $143, and that's it. That's what we get. 132 actually after we sell it, because we have to pay a 5% fee to even get the hell out of it. So at this point, it's just funny to me, and I want to inconvenience people on something like this. If that's the only thing I can do, then this is what I will do. But it has absolutely no action. I'm sure it had its moment, but its moment was right here. Its launch moment, and the team blew it up. And then afterwards, they sit there and try to get anybody into it that they can, and then they'll finish them off. So the chart does not look unusual for a token like this. Red flags up and down the board on it. I kind of thought it was funny. And somebody said, oh, do a challenge wallet. So I said, okay, I'll start right here. And there we go. So challenge over. It did not work. Memes, man. It's a funny world out here. I don't know where it's suddenly getting the impression that I'm into memes, man. I'm not into memes. If something comes along, sure, I'll take a flyer on it. But as far as we're going to change the world with this, no, man, it's already been done. All right. It was done by Doge. It was done by Shiba. It was done by Pepe and Bonk and all that stuff. And there's only so much money out here. That's really where it comes down, is that there's only so much money out here, and you are not going to get, lightning might strike twice, but it never quite hits in the exact same area. So I don't believe that this is the way forward. I think it's pure gambling for a space that embraces that. So I recognize it, but it's nothing that I would put serious capital in for a long period of time, because you're going to get smoked, man. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. If you were the original guy or the guy who made it, sure, you're going to do well. And when it blows up, you're just going to do it again and again and again. But for retail, for everybody else that is out here, man, look, that's your life cycle right there. And this is not like by itself, man. We can show you this over and look, Jackal hit 29. Yay. You're going to see it over here over and over and over. And it is pure headhunting out there right now. Pure headhunting. I don't know what any of these are. Farcoin is up 61% today. Fartcoin. I want you to think about that for a minute, guys. Fartcoin. This is crypto, man. If there's anything that personifies crypto more than Fartcoin, I really don't know what it is, because that thing is way up there. It's just shy of $1 billion market cap right now. All right, max supply, total supply, and it's 100% in there in circulation. It's just drummed up a meme coin that's drummed up on one of these token launching platforms. That's all it is. All of it is out there. It's completely up to the community now, what it does, what it doesn't do. Nobody can really blow you up. It is because all the tokens are out there. There's nothing, 80% are still locked and vesting or whatever the hell that they're doing. The communities decide these ones. But in order to really, really make it stick, you need multi millions of dollars, because nobody really wants to pile into something that has $50,000 worth of liquidity, because you are anybody's exit. So no, I don't really get into these things. I like projects. I like things that actually have a purpose. I enjoy those. this is a distraction. These things are a distraction. They can be fun. I'm not knocking anybody who does it. You got to diversify, and that includes diversifying your strategy and taking the occasional flyer. That's really where it comes down to. But I don't consider it any form of serious crypto. I don't consider it any form of serious blockchain technology. It's a smart contract. It's a Ponzi. If you got make it go up, get all your friends, get all your family, get anybody you can possibly find to buy in behind you, and then you take out your liquidity. And then once it's all out, you just leave it. You let it ride. You got all of your money out. You got a little bit of a profit. So if you want to leave it in at that time, sure, leave it in at that time. You will be down nothing. Even if it goes to zero, you're down nothing because all of your initial capital has been recovered. You took a little bit of profit. I sure hope you did. And then, sure, you can go ahead and ride it out. These are different ways of doing, different ways and different strategies of doing meme coins. I don't talk about them that much because I'm just not into it. I'd much rather talk about, hey, look at what Jackal did. Hey, look at what Akash did. Look at what all these other projects are doing. I'd much rather discuss tech, even though tech is not really interesting. But tech is the thing that gets you out to Web 2. And the ultimate goal of most of these things, of these actual blockchain products, the ultimate goal is Web 2 penetration. And it just seems weird that even has to be stated. This is something that people should just inherently know, that should be the goal of all of this. All of these Web3 projects, the goal should be Web 2 penetration. Ultimately, that's it. Because that's where the money is. That's where the money is. A lot of people trade crypto. A lot of people trade crypto on central exchanges. The bulk of all the action is going to be happening over on the central exchanges. These are people who are not in it for the tech. They don't care about the tech. They care token go up. They see Farcoin up 61%. They're like, oh my God, I got to get me some of that, without ever asking what the purpose of it is. So if we go a different direction, that's the reason that we go a different direction, because none of these are ever going to penetrate Web 2, meaning that they become apps on people's phones or products that Web 2 people use, that they pay for the service, pay subscription fees. None of these are ever going to come up with that. So you are completely trusting your fortune to crypto bros. Do you think that's a good idea? Food for thought. Anyway, we'll come back and wrap it up. Let's play something else here. I gotta talk to the producer here for a second. So I'll tell you what. Let's how about we haven't done this in a long time. How about the Kinks? One of the most influential bands of their era. The Kinks, they do not get enough. They do not get enough of a nod. I think people who are really into music, I guarantee you got some Kinks albums. I guarantee it, man. They're, again, one of the most influential bands, in my opinion, of their entire generation. So let's go ahead and enjoy a Kinks song. We will be right back, guys.
Taxman's taken all my dough and left me in my stately home, blazing on a sunny afternoon. And I can't sail my yacht, he's taken everything I got. All I've got's this sunny afternoon. Save me, save me, save me from this squeeze. I got a big fat mama trying to break me, and I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon. Summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime. My girlfriend's run up with my car and gone back to her ma and pa, telling tales of drunkenness and cruelty. Now I'm sitting here, sipping at my ice cool beer, blazing on a sunny afternoon. Help me, help me, help me sail away. Well, give me 2 good reasons why I ought to stay. 'Cause I love to live so pleasantly. Live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon in the summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime. Ah, save me, save me, save me from this squeeze. I got a big fat mama trying to break me, and I love to live so pleasantly. Live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon in the summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, kids, welcome back to the podcast. I think I was closer on that one. I was paying attention. I think I was a little bit closer on that one. I hope so. All right. Anyway, let me see. What do I want to talk about? Oh, yeah. I keep coming back to this. I don't know why, but I keep coming back to this thing. I'm not a fan of all the bullshit that went on with this. I'm not a huge fan of all the well, there you go. That's nice. I'm not a huge fan of all the bullshit that went on with this one, but I'm always going to be looking for the highest APR that I can possibly get on my money. I am the one taking the risk. All right. You are the one taking the risk. As soon as you LP it, you are taking the risk on yourself. So if I'm taking the risk on myself, then I'm always going to look for the absolute best deal that I can possibly find for my money. So when I came over here and explored this and I actually saw it, I was like, okay, well, sure. Let's explore this a little bit. I want to update. I've had this open for well before. I want to see, I see the little pump. I want to see if my holdings increased at all. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. So we're back up to about $900. I started that pool at $950. That was it. That's all I put in. And I know I talked about this last night, but repetition is key here up here. So I like the pairing. That's really where it comes down to is the pairing. Now, certain USDC pairings I'm in for very, very particular reasons. And for example, Jackal USDC, Astrovault USDC, I am in these pools for very, very specific reasons, meaning that as tokens go up, tokens become USDC. It's kind of a double-edged sword. I don't want to hinder in any way, shape, or form. I don't want to hinder the growth of these tokens. And as they slowly get liquidated, people all of a sudden AXV is the flavor of the month, and it shoots up. It slowly gets liquidated and becomes USDC. Now I like the USDC. I'm a big fan of USDC, and all I need to do in that case is just withdraw the USDC that I'm up. So if I had 20 grand in there, we go up by 10%. I now have 22. I'll pull out the $2,000, but it comes out of both sides. So my pool stays steady. If I said I'm going to commit $40,000 into this pool, the pool will, I will keep it steady like that as long as token is at least maintaining. Two different things on this one. One of them is the APR. You've got to get a nice, decent APR for the amount of risk that you're putting up. So that's what I'm looking for on most of these. This one is literally, it's purely a flyer, but it's been performing so damn well for me that I think I'm going to double up the position, and we'll just see if it'll go. Now, that APR is going to get blown up by that liquidity. So as soon as if you double that liquidity and actually move it up to something reasonable where the slippage is not going to kick the shit out of you, then that APR is probably going to be cut in half. See, these DEXs cannot overcompensate. They can only compensate. Astrovault does it. I don't know what Shade does. I don't know if they run these pools at a loss, but Astrovault does not. So they're going to see these big fluctuations on their APRs based on usage, based on token prices, based on a lot of things, but they're not going to operate the pools at a loss. If they operate the pools at a loss, then you have to ask, okay, what are you doing here? It's great that you're selling, Agoric, but you're paying for it. You're paying for the privilege of selling Agoric, and that just doesn't seem like a real good idea to me. But I don't know specifically what Shade does. I don't know if they'll operate these things at a loss. Now, with that APR, in this case, 107.08% from Andromeda, you got to ask, man, okay, where's that coming from? All right, because money, I understand crypto, we just print it. But the thing that's been blowing my mind here, and what I simply can't figure out because I'm just not that damn smart, is how have you maintained these ludicrous APRs? And you got to admit, outside of a V3 pool, 164.9 is high. Outside of a V3, that's a little bit silly. Inside of a V3, shit, man, we got those things all over. There you go, man. Look here, 1125. Inside of V3, we got no problem with that because these operate differently. Inside of the concentrated liquidity, they operate a hell of a lot differently. So pulling that into V3 is not a big deal, but V3s have incredible risk. I mean, incredible amount of risk. So when I could spot something like that, or I just happen to be flipping through there and I see it, I'm like, okay, now let's start taking it apart and figuring out the who, what, when, where, why, and how. I haven't figured it out. I have not figured it out. I'm not smart, man. I have not figured out the who, what, when, where, why, and how. I don't know. So, yeah, it should not be doing what it's doing. This is what I'm trying to say. It should not be doing what it's doing. I'm up a good, I don't know, anywhere from 12 to 18% on this, which is not a big number, unless you take a long view on it. And if you can get 12% on your money anywhere, you should take it. You should absolutely take it. But I keep waiting for the shoe to drop on this, and it just hasn't dropped. And it's been about a month and a half, and the shoe still hasn't dropped. I don't think that they're setting this entire thing up just to get another $1,000 from Scott. I don't believe that that's the case, but I don't know where that is coming from. You know what? Let's take a look. I wonder if I could actually. I don't even know if I could see it over here, man. Let's take a look. Deck Screener usually has everything up here. Let's see if Andromeda shows up. Andromeda. Oh, it's on secret. It won't. It's on secret. Shit. So I can't even. Andromeda. I won't even be able to track it here on. Is that it? Andromeda? No. Market cap 4.3K. That ain't it. You know what? I'll search around and see if I can find it. But yeah, I can't see the wallets that are holding it. I can't see the transactions. I can't see the volume. I can't see anything. But that number right there just gives me alarm. But they've maintained it, and they've maintained the pool has been relatively stable. With this going on, with this, oh God, I'm going to go out of range. Shit. Welcome to crypto, guys. I got nothing else. But with all of this going on, and the fact that pool still held relative value, meaning that I was down less than 5%. But that doesn't include the 164.9% APR. This is what makes crypto so fun and interesting to me, guys, by the way. This is what does it for me. Every time you think you got it, man, you don't have it. And every time you think you've seen every scam, you have not seen every scam, man. They're going to dream them up. It's not hard to launch a token. So it's not that hard to write a story. It's not that hard to launch a token, and it's not that hard to set up Telegram bots. So it's just going to keep going and going and going until seller exhaustion investor exhaustion reaches an all-time high, and then they'll just find something else. But yeah, when I see that, man, look, flags are going up all over the place. I got into it on a lark. I wanted to make some videos and show Shade again, but I can't explain it. I cannot explain it. So if somebody smarter than me can figure this thing out, I would certainly appreciate it. I will give you I'll give you the nod on the show, but I can't. I have no idea. All right. Anyway, guys, we're over time. I'm not going to play the last song. I had some Donovan queued up. Not the song you're thinking of, another one, but we'll go ahead and save that for next time. Questions or comments, guys? Scott at ThePodocasts.com. I answer any and all. And until next time, everybody have a Merry, Merry Christmas. Very, very happy holidays. I will not be live tomorrow morning, but we'll see you when we see you. Please stay safe. Please be smart with your money, guys. Cheers. We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at The Podocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word.